Welcome, foolish mortals, to Volume 2 of my Disney collection. Welcome back. We had such a big response with the Disney collection video that we did 2 months ago that we decided to do Volume 2. Glad you could join us. Welcome back. I'm starting today with a really cool piece of Disney history. It is actually a remnant of a prop. Check it out. At Disneyland in 1961, they debuted the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. Over time, every time they had to renovate the treehouse, they took some leaves out and repaired it with some more leaves. At Wed Enterprises, where they build the stuff, they've got a stockpile of these leaves that they use to fix the treehouse with. This is an actual branch that came from the Swiss family treehouse. This actually didn't come from the tree. This was a piece of leftover stock from the prop department. You can tell it's from the one in California because it's got a red tinge to it. The Florida one is all green, but if you notice pictures at Disneyland, the treehouse has the foliage is got a slight red tinge to it, and this is a piece of that treehouse. The stems are made of wire, so they're bendable, pliable, so it's fully posable. And this was not a stolen article. I actually have a receipt from when it was signed out of the prop department by the Imagineer, who they just said, here, take it, but you got to sign for it. And here it is. So you can see that's all proof. It's all copacetic, wouldn't vandalize the treehouse at all. So that is my actual limb and set of leaves from the treehouse at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. My next piece of curiosity is not a real, genuine, Disney-owned collectible at all, but in 2011, I had the pleasure and privilege to go on what they call an adventure by Disney to the Backstage Magic Tour at Disneyland, where you get to experience a whole bunch of cool backstage Disneyland experiences. One of the things I got to do on August 3rd, 2011, was wake up Jose in the Enchanted Tiki Room and start the show. And it was one of the coolest experiences of my life. The cast member came up to me and said, you've got a shirt, a cool Tiki Room shirt, and we're going to let you wake up Jose with the Tiki stick. This is not the actual Tiki stick. This is a replica fashioned by yours truly, because they handed me a stick that looked just like this, and I had to go up to the frame where Jose was asleep and tap, 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 and say the line, wake up, Jose, it's showtime. And then Jose came to life and the entire Tiki Room started. I was so enthralled that I said, when I go home, they wouldn't give me the stick. So I went back to the hotel that night and made this sketch of the Enchanted Tiki stick so that when I got home, I would put it together. And I think I did a bang-up job. If you blindfolded me and stuck this in my hand and took the blindfold off, I would say that is in fact the stick that we wake up Jose with in the Enchanted Tiki Room. Aloha and farewell to you. What's next? Oh, next on the Adventure by Disney, they take us to the actual Stacy, is that you?
Hi.
What are you doing here in Volume 2?
I'm here listening.
She's just here listening.
I'm listening.
And look who else we have.
Look who it is.
Hi, Duchess.
Hi.
Because there just aren't enough cats on the internet.
Nope.
At the Walt Disney Studios in Burbank, California, we got to visit the actual animation headquarters and see where Walt Disney himself built the empire. And one of the coolest stops on the tour is a visit beneath this is a replica of the actual Mickey Avenue, Dopey Drive sign that's on the actual lot. I will show you and take my dumb face off of it for a minute. The Mickey Avenue, Dopey Drive sign is on what's known as Pluto Corner at the studio, in the corner of the animation building and where the commissary is. We also got to eat at the commissary. It was awesome. I got to eat Walt's chili, the same recipe that he used to order when he went to the commissary. The Mickey Avenue Dopey Drive sign is not available for purchase, but they made a replica of it and put it in the Disney catalog in about 2006 or 7. I called my friend Kevin And I said, you need this for outside your pool deck on your pool. And he said, no, not for me. And it's a good thing because when that went out of the catalog, limited edition piece, next catalog gone. After I visited the real Mickey Avenue Dopey Drive sign at the studio, I said, oh, remember that thing? I got to get that for the house. I found it on eBay, the only last one in existence. I think they only made 500 of these. Anyway, it's a good thing Kevin didn't put this out by the pool because this is so delicately painted, this wouldn't have even lasted one season. Really cool. This is a 5/8 recreation, not the full size. This is about 7 feet tall from the tip of the ball there to the base. But I keep it here next to the organ. If you go to the Studios theme park in Florida, they have a similar sign, only it's got Mickey Avenue on one side. The other side doesn't say Dopey Drive. It says Minnie Lane. I found a picture of it, so you can see what that looks like. For the Florida studios, they have Minnie Lane. Also at the Burbank Studios, there's Donald Drive, but there's no sign for that. Which brings me to the organ here, and I also collect sheet music. I'd like you to see some of the sheet music I have. This is an original 1937 folio for One Song, which is the song that the prince sings to Snow White the first time he lays eyes on her. This is my Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes from Cinderella. This is copywritten. The copyright on here is 1949. They wrote the music and recorded it before the film came out in 1950, so the copyright is 1949. On the back of this one, I love it. There's, you'll love these other songs, and they give you a couple of bars of each of the other songs in the score. So if you're a good enough musician, you can. They give you the first few bars, and you can, if you can fake out the rest of it, you don't have to buy the rest of the folios. Next, so I got some more like this. This one is from Alice in Wonderland, 1951. This one is from Peter Pan. The film came out in 1953, but the sheet music is actually copyrighted 1951. Again, they record the music and everything long before the film is actually drawn and photographed. This is an interesting one. This is my When You Wish Upon a Star. Now, we all know When You Wish Upon a Star was in Pinocchio. Pinocchio came out in 1940. This particular piece of sheet music is not from 1940. Pinocchio was reissued in 1961, and that's when this one is from. It's a reprint. How can you tell? The first tip-off is, it's hard to tell in this. I'll take it into the sun. It's a much glossier print on here. The lithography has a gloss to it, as opposed to the originals, which are much. Well, this one has a gloss too, but my Snow White one from 1937, you'll see is a very, well, it's hard to tell, but it's much more matted and not glossy. So that's if you like music. I will not play for you right now, which is probably good for you. Before we go, if you like music, I want to talk to you about The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid is not one of my favorite films. I know I get a lot of heat for that. But in 1991, I had the pleasure of meeting Jodie Benson. She was at FAO Schwartz in Manhattan doing a signing for some doll or something that came out. I did not make a purchase, but I stood in line, and this is before signings were getting out of hand and people got stupid because they were selling their autographs. I don't do that. Excuse me, but if you notice, I had in my wallet this. I don't know if it's going to be easy to see. I keep in my wallet, just for good luck, a Walt Disney World e-ticket from the amusement park. You know about the E-tickets, the A tickets, the B, C, D. The E-tickets were the best attractions. I kept this E-ticket in my wallet for as long as I can remember. When I met Jodie Benson, the voice of The Little Mermaid, I pulled that out and I said, would you please sign my E-ticket? And she looked at this, sweet girl, and she said, but she looked at me funny and she said, you carry this in your wallet? She was new to the Disney family. She didn't understand what it was like to be a lunatic yet. So she was wonderful enough to sign that e-ticket for me. And look, she said, to Jeff, God bless, love The Little Mermaid, Ariel, 1991. It's one of my prized possessions. I keep it here in the curio cabinet coffee table. After that, the security guards were like, all right, that does it. From now on, you can't get anything signed unless you made a purchase here. So I was the first one in line. And I was the last one to get some stupid thing signed that was not purchased there at FAO Schwartz. Well, hope you enjoyed that second foray into our Disney collection. Duchess, what did you think? Not impressed. Not impressed. Well, anyhow,
No, there she comes.
please, she's running around. She didn't want to be in the movie today. Thanks for joining us. Hope you liked this. Leave a comment down below. Please subscribe. Like I said, I collect a ton of junk, and if you like the Disney stuff, I'll do volume 3. Otherwise, I'll show you some more stuff. In the meantime, have a great day. Thank you for joining us. Bibbidi Bobbidi